Good evening, StreamYard and YouTube fans. This is Philip Reynolds, and I want you to check out something of Dwayne Martz's uh, one of his episodes, his one of his last episodes. I've got the link in the description. It's his Division 2 Race 7 YRL race. Um, I don't normally kind of promote other channels, but this one has something special, and so yeah, I'm going to promote this one. Um, and check out Dwayne Martz's. It's Division 2 Race 7. You'll like it. It's only 16 laps, so it's I think he had one pit stop and in the race, and that was it. But it's really nice, um, and I'm getting closer and closer to episode 200. After tonight, I will have 3 episodes. My next Blam game will be the Pittsburgh Welders versus the LA Lakers. And I believe, I have to check it out. I think that it's either this course, it's going to be either the 64 or 65 Lakers or the 73-74 Lakers. But I will be using probably, I'll roll for it, but it's probably most likely going to be the mid-high or the mid-low chart. That's what it's been lately. The exception pretty much is if I use a college team, and the last game of the season will pit Florida versus, and it'll be Florida versus, oh, geez, out west. I dang. Oh, it's Florida versus the Phoenix Roadrunners. And it took me a second to remember, but yeah, it'll be Florida versus the Phoenix Roadrunners. And I know that the Roadrunners have, I want to say, Barkley and Larry Bird on the team, which would be appropriate because Charles Barkley was a Phoenix Sun. And I figured Bird is perfect for the Phoenix Roadrunners because it's Larry Bird. As of yet, I have not had any all-time greatest players step up and actually play. I've come close a couple times, but nobody's actually stepped up and played. I have 2 players that are injured. One of them is a reserve player, and that is Green for Baltimore, and he is out 6 games. And I believe the last game, I'd have to check for sure, but somebody else is out injured, and they rolled 2, so they're out one more game. And so 2 players in 7 games, that's not that bad. And if you compare it to what I had with my 24-man league, and I haven't forgotten about that, in 3 weeks, I've got 4 teams, 4 out of 24 teams that are at their max, because I have a injury cap of 2 players per team. The reason being is if you take one away from 5 subs, you're most likely going to get at least one of those all-time greatest players to play. And I'm going to wait until week 2, after week 2, and reassess the all-time greatest player situation. And I might let them be in positions 3, 4, and 5. Because usually I've been getting at least 2 to 3 subs per game. I haven't had any 4 or 5 player substitutions. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get over my cough, but I haven't had any 4 or 5 player substitutions yet. I have had 2 and 3 player substitutions. So far, the most amount of points that a player has had is 70 points, and that's by Love. I forget right now which team he is on, but Love, I think, had like about 38%. And yeah, that was 70. And I've had 2 players get like 5, and that was like about 24%. So 2 players had pretty much half of the team's scoring. But other than that, it's pretty much been regular scoring, meaning 1, 2, or 3 points here or there. I think Love had like about 9 marks, and the team that had 2 players, basically get half their points. I think they had 6 marks. And once I finish the first week, I'll go back and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I did show you how to calculate points. And basically, you have to subtract the number of free throws. So if a team gets 114 but had 4 free throws, that means they scored 110 points, and those 4 points are allocated to whichever players scored the free throws. If a guy had 3 marks, that might be like 15%, and you then would multiply that 15% by 110, and that would give you that might give you, say, 16.4, and you drop off that point, and that's basically how many points. Now, it would be nice to have charts that actually I could go, oh, this person had 16, he had like 6 marks, and, out of 16 team marks possible. And it'd be nice to have a chart that said, oh, okay, 16 and 6, that means you got 16 points. We don't have that, fortunately. It's just a matter of doing the arithmetic and that's a little time consuming, but that's the reason why I do my scoring in a notebook first. That way I can put the points in on a sheet later and actually have like a game sheet, so to speak. And rather than marks, I can have points where it's like, okay, Love had 70 points type thing, and then you can see where all the other players are for that game. Uh, and then you'll want to have like the top 10 scorers, the top 10 in free throws. You'll want to have a sheet that says, okay, these players are on injured reserve type thing, which means that if you have 5 subs, you automatically down to 4 subs for Baltimore. That means for the next 6 games, and it'll be 5 the next time they play. So for the next 5 games, you know, they only got 4 subs, which means there's a likelihood that when Baltimore plays, that game will probably be, if the trend keeps going the way it is, that game with Baltimore and whoever they play, the second game, could most likely see our first all-time greatest player. We'll see. Um, the one game that I was surprised with so far is the Chicago and the Boston Minutemen. That was our highest scoring game so far, and it was that close. When I was playing the final minute, I actually thought I was going to have my first overtime game. It was that close. And if that would have been the case, I would have drawn 4 cards. Um, and if that would have been within that 4-point range, then I would have done another final minute, and basically 4 cards, final minute, 4 cards, final minute, until a winners is chosen. But that didn't happen. But it was real close. Go back and really watch that Chicago Boston game. It's by far the best game so far that I've played. Um, and it'll be interesting to see how the Pittsburgh Welders and the LA Lakers do. And then also, it will be interesting to see how. Oh, jeez. Gosh. It will be interesting to see. Well, I know that Phoenix is the one team, and they're in the West. The other team is in the West. And off the top of my head, I do not know who Phoenix will be playing. But, yes, I do. They're going to be playing Florida, because they're playing Florida, and Florida will be playing Phoenix. And that team is coached by Bill Donovan, and that was the team that in 90, I think that's the 96 team, 96 Florida team. So it'll be interesting to see how Florida will do against Phoenix. And the Phoenix team, I'm not positive, but I know that there were 4 teams that were Blam teams, and I'm not sure if Phoenix was one of them. But when I finish this one, the next time I do a Blam set, Blam league, it's going to be 8 teams. It's going to be 2 all-time greatest players, and it's just going to be 8 teams, and it'll be I'll just have like East and West, and we'll go from there. Definitely keep the Louisiana Cajuns for sure, and probably the Nashville Mountaineers. Not Mountaineers, but Mountain Men. definitely for sure, because they were a surprise in their first win. So, but do me a favor, check out Dwayne Martz's YRL Division Two Race 7. You'll like it. I promise you, you'll like it. Um, and hey, you know, check out Dwayne, check out Al, check out Chris, check out Rob. Rob always has good things going on. Uh, I will have to say that I like it when Rob has a lot of people on and talks sports. I like it when Al does the late nights on Fridays and Saturdays and uh, talks about sports. And the other thing about Al lately, he's been having Phil Singer games, uh, wrestling, and mostly it's been the all-time greatest wrestlers. But I would like to see Al do some of the you know champions of the galaxy set, the yeah, which is basically COG. I would like to see him do some of that, but he has been doing some of the all-time greatest wrestlers in that. Um, and that will wrap it up for episode 197. 3 more to go till 200. And I promise you'll like episode 200. I got something special planned for that. But until next time, and next time I should probably probably won't be till this weekend. I want to do that Pittsburgh Welders versus the LA Lakers. So you guys all take care, and I hope you get all your rolls. If you like what you're hearing, subscribe, turn on notifications, read the comments, because I do read the comments. If there's anything that you want me to try or whatever, put it in the comments, and we'll check it out. Take care, guys.